Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to give you a quick tour of Volume 1 of Complete Takes and show you how to drag and drop the tracks into your DAW and show you the layout of the arrangement of the entire performance that is in each folder. So to get started, we're going to look at this first track here, which is at 84 BPM, and it's Tribal Folk is the name. So all you have to do is navigate to the tracks folder, select all, and in this case I'm using Logic, so I'm just going to drag and drop these tracks into the session. Import tempo information, yes. And in just a second I'll have the full drum arrangement in my session. And to get started, just hit play. Hear the count off. So this is the intro of the song. And as you'll see if you scroll forward, it's a complete song. It clocks in somewhere over 3 minutes. And it's laid out in a traditional sort of, pop arrangement. So this is the intro going into a verse. And as you'll see, it's a multi-track session, so we can solo these tracks to kind of hear what's going on with each part of the kit. So here's the kick. We used a really big room for this particular session to kind of get a big cinematic open drum sound. And let's go through and mute some other, or solo some other tracks. Here's a snare. Here's a tom. Floor tom. Overhead. Here's the room mic, which really gives you control over, the actual room sound, the big. If we solo this, you can just hear the room and the drums by themselves. So a nice feature to sort of mix in if you want here as a chorus to really bring the drums to life, or you can make it a lot drier by dropping it down. And on tracks 8, 9, and 10, we have some auxiliary percussion stuff happening. A shaker. And then back into another verse where we have a tambourine playing on the 4 of every measure. Or we did. Shaker comes in. And, the percussion is layered to work with the entire drum performance, so it builds in every chorus. There's the tambourine. And we're in a chorus section here. And here's a build up, the end of the bridge. Cymbal roll into the final chorus. So this would be a good place to kind of raise the room mics if you were mixing this. To forget the sort of largeness, the impact of the drum performance. You hear the percussion starting to get layered here. So that's the first track. Let's take a close look at 2 of the other tracks. In some different software, we'll show you how flexible these tracks are, from Logic to GarageBand to Ableton to whatever you want to use. So now we're going to check out Complete Takes inside of Reason. You hear the count off into the intro. This is the straight indie pop session. So a very kind of pounding, straightforward tom-tom based intro here, floor tom based, into a fill, takes us into the first verse. And again, we can go through and listen to each separate drum channel to hear the sound of each drum. So I'm going to solo the kick drum here, and the snare drum. So for this, it's a very warm and natural drum sound. We didn't affect it much other than just do some nice preamps and leaving, you know, the compression and the gating and the EQing up to you. And over here, we have the shaker tracks, some cowbell, and some tambourine. So we can listen to all these together during the chorus, hear what's going on. Again, we have the room channel, which if I bring it down, dries up the overall sound. Or if I bring it up, brings up the big natural room sound. So this is verse 2, going into the second half of verse 2, where the hi-hat opens up and things start to build. Let's look at the arrangement view here. And you'll notice everything is on the grid. Before importing, it's important to set the tempo to the tempo of the session in Reason. So what we can do then is you can loop certain sections of the song if you want. If we go over here and turn loop on, and just say you want to work out some parts or just move some drum parts around and find the right section, since we're at 103 and it's on the grid, the drums aren't quantized, but they're played to a click. You'll get a seamless loop happening anywhere in the song. So it makes rearranging totally easy if you want to shorten a chorus or double a chorus or cut out the bridge or double the intro. It's all right there, and you can just use the different arrangement tools to duplicate or cut out whatever you want. And you can also alter the tempo. Reason has some really good time stretching algorithms for live audio. So if we need to bump this up, you know, we just took it up 12 BPM to 115, or we can knock it down to 93, 97. And now we're back at 103. So getting back into the arrangement, this is in the bridge section. Kind of a tom-tom breakdown thing into a big fill going to the outro chorus. So now I'm going to drag and drop the tracks for the third song into GarageBand, and we'll see how it works inside of there. So once the tracks are imported, just hit the play button to hear the count off of the song. And we're in the intro right now. And again, you can go through and hear each individual track if you want. Kick drum into the verse section here. This song is a much more aggressive, tighter drum part. We cranked up the snare drum so it has that really bitey, kind of ringy sound. We solo that. Opens up into the first chorus where we're doing an open kind of sloshy hi-hat thing. And you'll hear as this song builds, on the second chorus it goes to a crashed ride cymbal and more eighth notes on the kick to help drive and build the chorus. Now we're back into verse 2. And again, you can control kind of the room sound very easily by tighter sound by bringing down the room channel, or a much bigger, fuller sound by raising it. Into the chorus. Again with the open hi-hat. And on the second half of the chorus, it's going to transition into a crashed ride sort of Foo Fighters pattern with straight eighth notes on the kick drum. Here we go. So the song layers and builds and works all the way up into the outro, which is around the 3.5-minute mark. Here's the bridge. And then there's a breakdown, kind of build up fill. Going into the final chorus and outro. So that's it for today's video. Just wanted to give you a quick overview and tour of the 3 songs included in Complete Takes. If you don't like working with loops to construct your songs by, copying and searching through hundreds of different loops to find what you need, Complete Takes is a good solution to give you what you want, just to drag and drop and get started with an entire song worth of drum parts, and have control over the mix. And here we are at the end. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll be following up with more videos and tutorials about the Complete Takes series very soon. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. Later.